Hello, and welcome to the King of Clubs. This is the series on what is your relationship style, where I discuss the Venus card of each hand. So here's my little preamble really quick. Go to our website, itiskismet.com, where you can get your full report. You can get a freebie. Be sure and check your spam and promotions folders if you order anything. You can also get an entire kit, which is like the player's guide for your life. It's like a manual. We have little homework assignments in there. It's really fun. You can also look up cosmic connections between you and another person, typing in your birthdays and finding out what are the planetary influences. And I personally will take a look at those birthdays, and I'll even tune into your relationship. And some amazing things have happened with that. I'll correspond with you personally about that, unless I get so busy that I just can't do that. But I will as long as I can. So please like, share, and subscribe. Also find us on Facebook under Kismet Cards, and me, Paula Kruger, Facebook. I do a lot of live readings. Okay, let's get down to the King of Clubs. So clubs represent knowledge and the mental plane. Kings represent external mastery, leadership, power. Okay, so let's talk about the ego and the essence expression. So an ego expression, kind of like your good side and your bad side. So the ego expression of the King of Clubs. And this will apply to any club who is in his masculine or her in the masculine energy, leading, organizing something, where you're really in control of a group of people. So anyway, the ego expression will be arrogance, hierarchical, like, I know that's true. Isn't that just so obvious that that's true? They can be a little condescending about my truth and just kind of universalizing that. And that's their job, is to figure out what is true for them. So the essence is that they are very clear in their own personal truth, but they don't push it on you, and that they understand that coming to one's truth is not a hierarchical thing, and that all viewpoints are welcome. So the seasoned and mature King of Clubs energy is really friendship at the deepest level. If you really dig into Uranus energy, because they sit at the intersection of Uranus and Uranus. So they're very Uranian, very Aquarian, whether they're Aquarians or not. So yes, Uranus is friendship with the world, and it's non-hierarchical. So let's talk about the Venus card in their hand. What's a hand? You have 13 cards in your hand, and one of them is ruled by Venus, which determines your relationship style, your friendship style, friends, lovers, also what brings you a sense of calm, ease, pleasure, and women in general. It's Venus. Okay, so the Venus card for the King of Clubs is the Four of Hearts. So what makes them comfortable? It's a good Venus question. Stability, commitment. Four is structured, defined. It's a known quantity. So they like stability, commitment, and consistency. They will offer that, and they will also expect that. They will expect the same. They are one of the ultimate friends in the deck, and therefore they have a very high bar for friendship. So they will be your friend. Pretty much any King of Clubs I know knows how to be friends when they break up with somebody. That Uranian thing. So, and they will expect the same from you. And maybe you can't deliver, and that's okay. They have really high expectations, and that's their problem. But they can help to get other people to rise to a higher level of friendship expression. I know that from experience. Hi, King of Clubs that know me and love me. I love you. Okay, so what else? They're very comfortable in marriage, because marriage is actually, the Four of Hearts is the marriage card. It's this container, a boundary. This is our relationship, and all that stuff out there isn't. It's clarity and definition. So sometimes they get kind of boxed in. They need security. Four of Hearts is a focus on emotional security. They have a need for verbal affirmation, because they're clubs. They like words. Called to create their own sense of security. That's what fours are, is that's really like a homeopathic dose of insecurity, so that ultimately you create your own sense of security. That's the purpose of having a four in the picture. So what else? Yes, they will create a sense of security and order. They're good planners. So when you're in relationship with the King of Clubs, they expect you to show on time. They will follow through with the plans that you make. They create a sense of calm and comfort because of that structure. Um, they have the Queen of Hearts and Pluto. So I'm going to give you a little freebie and talk a little bit more about this Queen of Hearts and Pluto. The reason it comes to bear on this is because the Queen of Hearts is the marriage card. The Four of Hearts is also a marriage card, represents the commitment. And because they have the Queen of Hearts as their Pluto card, that is the most difficult card in your hand. So marriage is going to be a massive test. They're born to it, but that doesn't make it easy. It will be the source of the greatest transformation in their life. So they have a tendency to project a lot of fantasies into relationship. They also project positive and negative onto their partner. That's just a Queen of Hearts thing, projection. So a really good question for them is this yours or is this mine? They're very heart-centered. They tend to take things kind of personally, but they have a very judicious mind and ability to sort things out. Can't find my cursor. Why did those disappear? Oh, because my finger wasn't on the pad. Okay. Relationships, especially with women, may bring about crises of emotional security, which is an opportunity to create self-sourced creativity. And now, as I wrap this up, I'm going to talk about the royal archetypes, which I do with each card, but especially with these, all of the court cards, all of the face cards. Because if you are a club, then the Queen of Clubs is your feminine nurturing expression. Um, and even if you're a guy, this will be your mothering style. Like, say you're a single parent or you're coming alongside to help someone. So the Five of Clubs, or the Queen of Clubs, brings in the Five of Clubs, which is fun, curious, charismatic, changeable, very stimulating, very different energy, much more fun and adventurous rather than that stability. And the Jack of Clubs will bring in um, a depth of spirituality, a sincerity, and maybe even kind of a self-righteous energy, like I really know how things should be. And that Jack of Clubs is also really funny, kind of the flip side of that. So these royal archetypes are at play for anyone who is a club. So the king is when you are in a leadership position, the queen is when you're helping someone, and the jack is when you're in your inner child, or you're in a creative mode, or you're being a paradigm shifter kind of rebel. Spiritual initiate is the technical term for a jack. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Like, subscribe, and share with all your Queen of Clubs friends, or all your friends, or King of Clubs, who you want to understand you better. Have a great day. Bye.